Hi everyone, it's Ardith, and today I'm excited to be part of a video hop to celebrate Maaike reaching 3,000 YouTube subscribers. Congratulations, Maaike! Our theme is friendship, and I made a happy hello card using some selective foiling, Copic coloring, and heat embossing. I started with the foiling to create my background. I used the Crafter's Companion Grande Dots background foiling plate and my Gemini foil press. I wanted to leave space for a sentiment, so I cut strips of the turquoise foil and placed them on certain rows of dots on the plate. Cutting the foil is a little tricky because it's so thin and slippery. I had no luck using my trimmer to do it, so I was stuck with scissors, and sometimes I had to go back and retrim the strips of foil so that they were the size I needed. I put foil on 2 rows of dots, then left 2 rows blank, then foil, then blank, until I had the foiling plate covered. Then I put my cardstock on top, added the top plate, and ran the whole thing through my Gemini Junior. Even though there's no foil in the blank spots, the white areas are textured. You can still see the impressions of the dots. And I love that shine. It's such a fun way to get a different look from this foiling plate. Next, I grabbed a new Hero Arts geometric floral stamp and my MISTI. This is a cling stamp, so I removed the foam pad in the MISTI and I placed my cardstock panel on the metal surface. I stamped it with Catherine Pooler Twilight ink. This is a light gray ink that I use when I'm doing no line coloring. It's safe with Copic markers and light enough that I'll be able to come back in and overstamp later. I left the stamp on the MISTI so that it would be in the exact right place later on. Next, I started my coloring with some turquoisey Copic markers. I found it really difficult to match the foil, mostly because the foil changes color depending on the light. In the end, I settled on these 4 shades and quickly colored the flower by blending them to create some dimension through shading. Once I finished the coloring, I put the panel back into my MISTI and I inked up the stamp with Versamark ink. Then I sprinkled metallic silver embossing powder from Wow Embossing over the flower before heating it up with my heat gun until it was melted and shiny. Then I grabbed a circle die just larger than the flower and I ran that through my Gemini Junior. To add some sparkle, I used one of my all-time favorite card making tools, Stardust Stickles. This glitter glue has fabulous sparkle and it's mess-free. I just colored in all the little pieces of the flower, using some pressure to get the stickles out of the bottle, and then lightening up and using the tip to spread it around. I love to use it with embossed images because the embossing creates little walls that keep it from going where I don't want it. For my sentiment, I used an Essentials by Ellen Hello die from Letterboard Script. I cut it 3 times from white cardstock and then colored one with one of the blue markers I had used for the flower. I used a Zig 2-way glue pen to stack the 3 die cuts up, and I used an acrylic block to hold them together as the glue dried. Once it was ready, I used the same glue pen to adhere the sentiment to the foiled panel. I added 3 little aqua-colored droplets from Essentials by Ellen, using my jewel picker and some liquid adhesive that I keep in this Stampendous bottle. To finish the card, I popped up the flower over the top of the foiled background and glued the whole thing to an oyster card base. I hope you enjoyed this video. Be sure to hop along and comment for your chance to win. I've linked to the next video below. Hop details are included in Maaike's video, which I've also linked to below. Shopping links are also below and on my blog. Thanks so much for watching. See you next time.